Once upon a time, in the vibrant and lush village of Osei, there lived a young girl named Amanda. At just 12 years old, Amanda possessed a heart of pure gold, radiating kindness and a tireless work ethic that was unmatched by her peers. Amanda's life, however, was not without its challenges. After the tragic passing of her beloved mother, Essie, when Amanda was just a baby, her father, Kwasi, had remarried a woman named Agatha. Agatha, a cold and calculating woman, had little love to spare for her stepdaughter, and instead doted on her own child, the vain and spoiled Patricia. From the moment Agatha entered their lives, Amanda's world had been turned upside down. She was forced to take on an ever-increasing share of the household chores, while Patricia lounged about, enjoying the finer things in life. Agatha would often berate and belittle Amanda, reminding her constantly that she was nothing more than an unwanted burden. Amanda's only solace came in the form of her best friend, Ajoa, a spirited and outspoken young girl who refused to stand idly by as Amanda's stepmother tormented her. Ajoa would often plead with Amanda to stand up to Agatha, but the kind-hearted girl was too fearful of the consequences to defy her cruel stepmother. Years passed, and Amanda grew up into a beautiful young woman. Despite her stepmother's harsh treatments, she never changed her nature and continued to treat people with kindness. One day, news spread through the village like wildfire. The Prince of Osei, who had been sent abroad for his education as a young boy, was returning home in search of a bride. The king tasked his trusted advisor, Mark, to select 6 beautiful women in the village who will compete to be the potential bride of the prince. Agatha saw this as the perfect opportunity to elevate her daughter, Patricia, to the status of future queen. She immediately began grooming Patricia, ensuring her skin was flawless and her wardrobe befitting of a princess. Meanwhile, Amanda's fate only grew more dire, as Agatha redoubled her efforts to make the young girl appear as unworthy as possible in the eyes of the prince and his advisors. Amanda was forced to work from dawn until dusk, her delicate hands calloused from the endless chores, while Patricia basked in the luxury of their modest home. "Look at you, Amanda," Agatha would sneer, her cold eyes glaring at the young girl. "You're nothing but a dirty, lazy girl. How dare you think you're worthy of the prince's attention?" Patricia, too, would join in the taunts, her laughter ringing out like a cruel melody. "That's right, Amanda. You'll never be good enough for the palace. You should just stay here and scrub the floors for the rest of your life." Amanda's father, Kwasi, could only watch in anguish as his daughter suffered under Agatha's cruel hand. He tried to reason with his wife, pleading with her to show Amanda some compassion, but Agatha's heart had long ago hardened, and she dismissed Kwasi's pleas with a wave of her bony hand. One fateful day, as Amanda toiled away in the fields, Ajoa came running to her, breathless with excitement. "Amanda, Amanda," she cried, "Mark, the trusted advisor to the king, has been asking about you. He's heard of your kindness and hard work, and the king himself has requested your presence at the palace." Amanda could scarcely believe her ears. Her, summoned to the palace? It seemed too good to be true. Ajoa, sensing Amanda's hesitation, grabbed her hand and pulled her along, determined to ensure her friend's chance at a better life. When Amanda arrived at the palace, she was greeted by the other 5 young women who had been selected to compete for the prince's affection. Among them was, of course, the haughty Patricia, her features carefully crafted to appear flawless and regal. The 6 girls were introduced to the prince, and they were very excited. Patricia tried to charm him with smiles and a seductive pose, but he did not respond to her advances. The girls were immediately put through a series of challenges designed to test their skills, intelligence, and character. The first challenge was a cooking competition, where the young women were tasked with preparing a feast fit for the king and his advisors. Amanda, drawing upon her years of experience helping her father on their small farm and assisting Agatha in the kitchen, effortlessly navigated the palace kitchens. Her dishes were not only visually stunning, but also bursting with flavor, earning her the admiration of the palace staff. Patricia, on the other hand, struggled with the task, her nerves and lack of practical experience causing her to make several missteps. The other girls, sensing Patricia's growing frustration, worked together to ensure their meals were presentable, but Amanda's shone above the rest. The next challenge tested the girls' problem-solving abilities. They were presented with a complex puzzle that required teamwork and critical thinking to solve. Once again, Amanda's calm demeanor and quick thinking helped the group succeed, further solidifying her standing in the competition. Throughout the various challenges, the king and his advisors closely observed the girls' behavior, not only in the tasks themselves, but also in their day-to-day interactions within the palace walls. As the challenges continued, Patricia's behavior only grew erratic and entitled. She would often berate the other girls, belittling their efforts and demanding that the servants cater to her every need. "You call that a meal?" she would sneer, her lip curled in disgust as she surveyed the dishes prepared by the other contestants. "I could have my dog cook better than this. Fetch me something more suitable for a future queen." The servants, though visibly uncomfortable, dared not defy Patricia's orders, knowing full well the consequences they would face. Amanda, however, would often step in, gently reminding Patricia to treat the staff with kindness and respect. "Patricia, please," Amanda would say, her voice soft but firm. "These people work hard to serve us. The least we can do is show them a little gratitude." Patricia would merely scoff and turn away, her disdain for the servants only growing stronger with each passing day. Amanda's kindness and willingness to lend a helping hand to the palace servants did not go unnoticed, and she quickly earned the respect and admiration of the staff. Unbeknownst to Amanda, one of the palace servants she had befriended was the head guard, Kwabena. Drawn to Amanda's gentle nature and genuine concern for others, Kwabena had been observing her closely, impressed by her character and the way she carried herself. As the challenges continued, Kwabena found himself growing increasingly fond of Amanda, admiring her resilience in the face of Patricia and Agatha's scheming. He would often engage Amanda in conversation, asking about her life and dreams and marveling at her unwavering strength. Amanda, in turn, found solace in Kwabena's companionship, confiding in him about the hardships she had endured at the hands of her cruel stepmother. Kwabena listened intently, his heart aching for the young girl who had been forced to shoulder such a heavy burden. Frustrated by Amanda's growing popularity and the likelihood of her being chosen as the future queen, Agatha and Patricia hatch a plan to sabotage her chances. They secretly visit a powerful witch doctor who agrees to create a powerful love charm for them. Agatha and Patricia instructed the witch doctor to make the charm so potent that the prince will become completely infatuated with Patricia, disregarding all other potential brides. The witch doctor proceeds to create the love charm, which Patricia is instructed to apply to her tongue before meeting the prince. Agatha also prepares a secondary charm, which she plans to secretly introduce into the palace to ensure the prince's unwavering affection for Patricia. The witch doctor, sensing the malicious intent behind their request, warned them that a trap set for others may one day ensnare the trappers themselves. But Agatha and Patricia, blinded by their thirst for power, refused to heed the warning. As the final selection day approached, the tension within the palace walls grew palpable. Amanda, unaware of the sinister plot unfolding around her, continued to impress the king and his advisors with her kind nature and exceptional skills. On the day of the grand coronation ceremony, the gathered crowd, including the 6 young women, eagerly awaited the prince's arrival. When the prince arrived, he greets the 6 young women, including Patricia, who has applied the love charm as instructed. Her features were carefully crafted to appear flawless, her heart racing with anticipation. The prince is immediately captivated by Patricia, much to the delight of Agartha and the dismay of the other girls. However, just as the prince is about to announce Patricia as his chosen bride, a startling revelation occurs. The head guard, Kwabena, steps forward and removes his disguise, revealing himself to be the true Prince of Ose. The gathered crowd, including Agartha and Patricia, are stunned by this unexpected twist. Patricia could not believe that the head guard she has easily dismissed and often treated with disdain was in fact the real prince. "My people of Ose," the prince began, his voice commanding the attention of all present. "I have orchestrated this selection process to find a bride who possesses not only beauty, but also genuine kindness and integrity. I disguised myself as the head guard in the palace to find a befitting queen for this kingdom, and it is with great pride that I announce Amanda as my chosen queen." The gathered crowd erupted in thunderous applause, their admiration for the young ruler evident in their joyous shouts. Agatha and Patricia's scheme was exposed, and they were forced to face the consequences of their actions. Patricia, now pregnant with the actor's child who had disguised as the prince, was cast out of the palace, while Agatha was banished from the kingdom, her dreams of becoming the queen's mother-in-law shattered. With the truth revealed, the prince formally announced Amanda as his chosen bride, much to the joy of the people of Osei. Amanda, still in disbelief, was crowned as the new queen, her humble nature and kind heart shining through as she took on her new role. Amanda's father, Kwasi, was invited to the palace to witness his daughter's triumph, his heart swelling with pride. Amanda embraced him, thanking him for his unwavering love and support, despite the hardships they had faced. In the days that followed, Amanda's radiant smile and compassionate spirit inspired the people of Osei, who eagerly anticipated the bright future that lay ahead under her leadership. She worked tirelessly to improve the lives of her subjects, using her position to champion the causes closest to her heart. As the years passed, Amanda and the prince ruled Osei with a steady hand, their love for one another and for their people growing stronger with each passing day. Agatha and Patricia, meanwhile, were forced to confront the consequences of their actions, their lives forever altered by the trap they had so carefully set. In the end, Amanda's story became a testament to the power of kindness, resilience, and the belief that true nobility lies not in one's birth, but in the strength of one's character. Her journey, from a mistreated stepdaughter to the revered queen of Osei, inspired generations to come, reminding all that, with compassion and determination, even the most daunting of obstacles can be overcome. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, kindly consider subscribing to this channel to support me. Stay tuned for more interesting stories from me.